Now let's talk a little bit about, and you brought this up, this example of employees speaking up. I could meet that deadline if. How do you have team members hold each other accountable and create a culture where if I'm not your boss, but we're on the same team and I'm expecting something from you, I need something from you in order to get my piece of the job done. How do you create an environment, in your opinion, George, where I can hold you accountable and you're a team member, I'm not your boss?
I'd answer that question as collaborative, and that decisions should be made by the business head. The business head being a leader, that should be brought jointly to him, her, whoever happens to be head of the company, to understand the situation and offer anything they have that might be useful, or accepting the fact that we're not going to get done on that target date. But the sooner you get that on the table and understood, the better. And it might be quite simple to resolve. On the other hand, it may be impossible. But the only way to find that out is put it on the table, get everyone involved to tell why they can or can't, and then come to some resolution on it. Because I said so, it doesn't mean it's going to happen. Now, because I am not going to do it, you are. And when you ask people to do something for you, you better be sure it's realistic.
I think one of the helpful things about our system is that many of these things are decided ahead of time. So by doing your plan in the beginning of the year, for example, or the end of the year for the next year, you know, you're looking at your key initiatives that are needed to achieve your goals, and you're looking at the action plan, meaning who needs to do what. And there might be several departments sometimes involved in a rollout of a certain initiative. You know, you might have the marketing department writing the copy, and like you said, but the website people are doing the actual web design. And so you might have several different departments involved. But again, if you fill out one of these action worksheets, people can see that ahead of time, what piece is theirs, and they can actually put that in their planner. You know, I need to plan to get this done by this deadline. And then they can fit their other job responsibilities around these initiatives. So by doing all of this up front, you're really empowering people to be able to have better time management. Now, where I find out that there's more difficulty with this piece of team accountability is when a company is always in the crisis management mode. Instead of doing ready, is everybody ready? Okay, what's our focus? What's our vision? What's our mission? Where are our goals? What are we doing? Okay, is our aim clear? Does everybody know what they're doing? Now, okay, now we all fire, okay? A lot of companies are doing fire. Oh my goodness, was everybody ready? Oh, what was our aim again? Like they have it backwards. And now certainly, even no matter how much you try to plan, and I know you were great at planning.
Reasonably good.
No, I heard you were great. I've read all the articles on you, and I heard you were great at that. But I'm certain even the greatest of planners, things happen, things change. So there's going to always be those back-end initiatives that are added to the plan because now you realize you need this and that you didn't know that before. But that's only, what, maybe 20%?
You adapt to change.
Yeah.
I mean, you break a light. That doesn't mean you're out of action for the year.
Right.
Just means you're out of action for a couple of days.
Right.
You know, and that happens in the business world. You get setbacks. But if you plan properly, and you can modify the plan. I'll give you a simple example. My expectation of my company was to grow 20% a year net. Bottom line net is the way I looked at it. In order to do that, I needed to sell X number of customers or X number of customers of a size. Because it varied. If I sold 10 customers that were tiny, it wasn't the same as selling 10 customers that were big. Because there were different revenue levels. So you set a revenue number effectively for the sales team. That revenue come from one customer or come from 10. But achieving the revenue goal, what you then need, you need X amount of hardware to accommodate that customer, when they come aboard, you're going to need X iron, amount of iron. Are you going to have enough space for the iron? And then you're going to need customer service reps who work with that client, training people and follow-up people to service the everyday needs. they're going to take space. And so you need to put that all down on a hunk of paper. My goal is to sell X. My best estimate is I will
Great
get
example.
10 customers in order to get X. If I get 10 customers, I will need 6 customer service reps because my ratio is 3 customer service reps for every 5 clients.
So you're thinking about the growth ahead of time, and you're planning the ready, aim, fire ahead of time. So now all of a sudden it's not, oh my goodness, we did this, are we ready?
Yeah, no, I was only plan a year at a time, not 5 years, a year. Anyone that plans for 5 years